In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to make a Notepad++ macro that adds or deletes lines of text automatically. This is a great way to save time whenever you need to perform the same edit on every line in a document. Instead of repeating the same actions over and over, you can record them once and let Notepad++ apply them to the rest of your file. For this example, imagine you have a list of names that need to be converted into an XML format. Each line currently begins with hash symbols, and your goal is to remove those characters before adding opening and closing item tags around every name. While this could be done manually, it would become extremely time-consuming if your list contained hundreds or even thousands of entries. Fortunately, a macro can automate the entire process. To begin, go to the Macro menu and select Start Recording. From this point forward, every key you press will be recorded as part of the macro. First, remove the unwanted hash symbols from the beginning of the current line by pressing the Delete key the required number of times. Once those characters have been removed, press the down arrow key on your keyboard so the macro also records moving to the next line. This step is important because it allows the macro to continue repeating the same actions throughout the document. After recording those actions, return to the Macro menu and select Stop Recording. Next, choose the option to run the macro multiple times, then select Run until the end of the file. Once you start it, Notepad++ will automatically repeat the recorded actions on every remaining line, removing the unwanted characters from the beginning of each one. To add text to every line, the process is very similar. Start recording another macro from the Macro menu, then type the opening item tag at the beginning of the current line. Since every name has a different length, don't press the right arrow repeatedly to reach the end. Instead, press the End key on your keyboard to jump directly to the end of the line. If there's an extra space at the end, remove it with backspace, then type the closing item tag. Finally, press the right arrow key so the cursor moves to the beginning of the next line, allowing the macro to continue correctly. Stop recording once you've finished, then run the macro multiple times until the end of the file. In just a few moments, every line will have the same formatting applied automatically. This technique isn't limited to XML formatting either. Anytime you need to remove the same characters from every line or add the same text throughout a document, this macro method can save a significant amount of time and effort. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments, give it a like, subscribe to the channel,